What's up, y'all? Listen, I just thought about something, and I just dropped a video yesterday. This is a video, same day, but I'm gonna drop it at a different time. And what I just thought of is this: why do y'all choose to stay stuck? You get what I'm saying? Like, you choose to stay in the place that you're in because it's the easiest thing for you to either stay in, or sometimes you feel like you can't get out. But I don't understand the mindset and the concept of not being able to get out of whatever situation and position that you're in. Because have you ever heard of something called free will? Oh snap, it's bright as hell. Have you ever heard about something called free will? That means you have the freedom to do whatever it is that you want to do. There's nothing stopping you. There's nothing stopping you from doing whatever it is that you want to do, except for you. So you working that shitty job, crying and complaining about how shitty it is, but yet you gonna sit around and stay there. You gonna still show up in the morning. You gonna still do whatever it is that the boss man told you to do. Whole time you miserable, and you got the audacity to sit around and say, "Oh, I don't have a choice. Oh, this is all I have." That's BS. You have free will. If you hate that stupid job, you can leave it and find another one, or find something else to do with your time. You don't gotta sit around whining and complaining because you ain't getting what you want out of life, and you're not even trying to get it. You want to sit around and whine about how bad life is treating you? Oh yeah. Well, you forgot. Life is gonna punch you in the face, but you gotta punch that motherfucker back. Punch that motherfucker right back in the face. Tell me, who do you think you are? Do you know who I am? You ain't gonna hit me and think I ain't gonna hit you back. That's the type of mindset that you gotta have. If life swing and knock you down, you gotta stand back up and punch him right back in the face. And then people say, yeah, but I don't have no backup plan. Who cares about a backup plan? Who cares about a backup plan? You know what my backup plan is? Getting the fuck back up. That's my backup plan. Getting back up. Because when you get back up and you keep fighting, guess what? Eventually you're going to win. Eventually you're going to win. Eventually you're going to get something out of it. You're going to knock something out that piñata. As long as you keep getting back up and swinging. But if you just stop swinging and you want to sit down and go cry in a corner somewhere about how it's unfair, how somebody else got something you don't have, well, guess what? They got it because they didn't stop, because they didn't settle. But yet here you are settling, and you stopped, and you want people to feel sorry for you, feel bad for you. Don't nobody care if you stop. Nobody cares if you fail. Nobody's going to care but you. And you want to sit around and cry, looking around, somebody feel bad for me. Don't nobody care. Nobody gives a fuck. They too busy with their own shit to be worried about your shit on top of it. I'll say this to say, you have free will in this world. God gave it to you for a reason, so use it. You want to sit around crying, talking about you depressed and you don't feel well. Your energy is low. What the hell does that even mean? If you don't get up off your tail and stop crying, get up and go do something with yourself. Something that you want to do. Because I tell you right now, if I don't want to do nothing, if I don't want to do something no more, I'm not going to do it. You understand what I'm saying? If somebody is getting on my nerves and they talking too damn much, I'm going to stop listening. I might even walk away. If somebody trying to nitpick with you and make you feel like shit, you're only going to take so much before you turn around and punch them in their mouth, right? You need to take that same you got to take that same kind of mindset and apply it to your life. You got to apply it to your life. You can only take so much. Get fed up. You know you're already fed up, but you want to sit down and you want to mope around. You want to still work this shitty little job that you got, because you feel like that's the only thing you can get. And you want to have every excuse in the world. But guess what? Breaking news for you. Nobody cares about your excuses but you. Nobody cares. Nobody cares but you. So when you got all your excuses as to why you showed up late to work, as to why you can't get your job done, as to why you sitting around miserable, nobody cares. Somebody might act like they care for a second. Oh, it's all right, baby. It's all right. Just come lay down and wake up tomorrow. Tomorrow's a new day. Fuck that shit. Make a change. Make a change right now today. If you're not happy where you at, if you're not satisfied with where you at, only person that's going to be able to change that is you. You didn't have to take whatever job that you're working. You didn't have to do whatever it is that you're doing. You chose that. Everybody has a choice. I don't care what nobody says. You always have a choice. Even if it's two shitty choices, it's still a choice. So you could take one shitty choice or the other shitty choice, but guess what? You still got to make a choice. You might have two good choices. Well, guess what? You still got to make a choice. It doesn't make a difference. It does not make a difference. Only difference that it's gonna make, only difference that makes it is which choice you choose. That's the only difference that it makes. So until you can get that through your head, that nobody cares about how you feeling and nobody's gonna give a fuck if you fail. If you fall flat on your face and you decide to sit down and roll over and give up and submit to the system that's trying their utmost best to keep you down, and you just roll over and allow it to keep you down, guess what? Nobody's gonna give a fuck. All they're gonna say is, well, I told you. I told you so. You should, you should have did this. You should have did that. And then they just gonna go back, or they might even be sorry for you on the low. Sit there and be like, oh, it's just, life just isn't fair. You just gotta keep on pushing, babe. You just go back to work tomorrow and do the same thing, or keep going to college for a degree that you don't even want. What sense does that make of you doing something you don't want to do? You're doing something that makes you miserable. Why would you sit there and do something that's making you miserable? I don't understand that. And that goes for relationships too. You're in a relationship that's keeping you down, that's keeping you upset, keeping you unhappy, and yet you still gonna stay there. What sense does that make? That makes no sense. And then people want to give all the excuses. Well, emotional attachment. You've been with a person for so long. Man, fuck that shit. I'll tell you one thing. If it's a motherfucker getting on my nerves, they got to go. They got to go. I ain't about to sit around and be upset and be feeling like shit because of this person that I decided to hang around. No. If they got me feeling like that, gone. Simple. I'm not about to sit around and waste my time. I'm the type of person, I'll give everybody a chance. I give everybody a chance. But guess what? Once that chance has been fumbled in my eyes, you got to go. You got to go. I used to play baseball, and they say, and it's always been the same since baseball was created. 3 strikes and you're out. 3 strikes and you're out. Once you fumble that first chance, I might say, hey, it ain't gonna work out. You might circle back around one day, and I might give you a second chance, because I also believe in second chances. But if you fumble that, guess what? Now you on your 3rd strike. You on your 3rd strike after that. After you done fumbled that second chance, you on your 3rd strike. And if you strike out, then it is what it is. But you got to be a man of your word. Don't just say something like that and then not stand on it. Because if you tell somebody this is your last chance, you say this is your last chance to prove to me that you're not that type of a person. This is your last chance to prove to me that you are real and you are honest. And they still fumble that chance. And you cut them off for a minute and then you get right back cool with them. In their mind, they're going to think, oh, this person not a man of their word. So I can just keep doing what I'm doing, and I'm going to keep getting away with it. Because they keep letting it slide. So guess what? What happened when you stop letting that shit slide? Now they looking at you different. They looking at you differently. Because you ain't letting shit slide no more. Because you made a change in your life to become better. And because you made a change in your life, they haven't made that change in your life. They haven't made that change in their life. Y'all are no longer compatible. Because you are going to have people that are going to stay stuck where they at while you go out and strive for what you want. You're going to come back a year from now, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, and you done evolutionized. You done went so far up into the sky is no longer your limit because you done went up so high. And then you decide to come back home, and that person that you used to hang around all that time, they still in the same damn place. They ain't made no type of a change. They don't have no intentions on making a change because they content. But guess what? As long as you understand that, as long as you can understand that they are content with where they at and they don't have no intentions on changing, then you can move accordingly. But don't play stupid. Don't play dumb and uninformed as if you don't know what's going on, as if you don't see what's going on. Because you know somebody ain't shit soon as you meet them. You know somebody ain't shit. Moment after the first maybe half an hour of you conversating with a person, you know that they ain't shit or not. And you got to move accordingly. But some people say, yeah, but they look good. So I might still stick it out with them because they look good. You know, they seem smart. They talking real smart. I need some smart people to talk to, or at least some people that sound smart to talk to. Whole time they don't know shit about what they talk. They don't know shit from Shinola. They don't know what they talking about. But they know that you smart, so they know that they got to sound smart. I'm just saying, you know, don't settle for less when you know that you can get more. If you know for a fact that you can get more and you settle for less, that makes you the fool. That makes you the fool because you could have went out and did better. You could have went out and got better. You could have went out and obtained something greater, but you chose not to. And there's nobody else to blame if that happens but you, because that lands on you and your negligence. And you're gonna be the person to look back, and instead of being content, you're gonna be real uncomfortable and real unsatisfied. You're gonna be sitting there saying, man, I wish I'd have done that 15 years ago. I wish I'd have went and finished that. I wish I'd have went out and done that. I wanted to do it. Why didn't I go do it? I can't answer that question. Only you can. Only you can answer a question like that. So what you gonna do? You gonna sink or you gonna swim? You gonna piss? Because if you ain't gonna piss, get the fuck off the pot. Because somebody else got to piss. And you holding up the toilet. And that's all I got to say. Like I said, this video was made yesterday along with the video that I posted yesterday, but this is gonna be posted today, which is technically tomorrow. So all right, I'll holler at y'all. Ray Worldwide out.